Alongside Marty Biron, Craig Button. Guys, the first 10 names on TSN's annual list of the top 50 NHL players is now out. A reminder, the list is a projection for this upcoming season, not merely based on what they've done in the past. All right, first up, we want to focus on a couple of veteran stars. Steven Stamkos comes in at number 43, Brad Marchand at number 45. Craig, let's start with you. Which of these two players will have a bigger impact in the upcoming NHL season?
Well, Gino, the easy answer for me is both of them. But when I think about Steven Stamkos moving over to the Nashville Predators, is the fact they need offense. They need to have their power play be better. 40 goals last year. And where the Nashville Predators find themselves is in that place where they want to push their level of play higher. They want to go deeper in the playoffs. Steven Stamkos has been prolific throughout his NHL career. Why would there be any reason for me to doubt his ability to be just as prolific with something to prove in Nashville? Not just for himself, but also to show the Nashville Predators, you made the right decision by getting me here.
Well, when I look at my list, right, I had Brad Marchand in the 30 range, and I didn't have Stamkos on my top 50. Why? Because I think that Stamkos is going to benefit from obviously having Forsberg and Roman Josi. He's not a top-tier guy with Nashville, where Marchand is a top-tier guy with Pasternak. Those are the two that the Boston Bruins are going to rely upon. So I say that Brad Marchand not only will have the bigger impact, I think he is a better player right now than Steven Stamkos, in my opinion. So for that reason, I had Marchand. I like better place in my list. But when I look at the impact this year within their club, Boston and Nashville, I still believe that Marchand is a top-tier guy for Boston to have success, where Stamkos can be a secondary guy for Nashville to have success.
All right, let's talk goaltending. Let's shift to two-time Cup champ Andrei Vasilevskiy, who comes in at number 42. He's still just 30 years old. Marty, is there really 41 players who are going to be better than Vasilevskiy this coming NHL season, or is he just ranked too low?
No, there's 5 better goaltenders, and if I only put 5 goaltenders on my top 50 list, Vasilevskiy was my number 6 goaltender, and that's why he's not part of my top 50 list. And look, I know he had the back injury, surgery. He missed some time last year. He came back, played a lot, but he was still 43rd in the National Hockey League in goals saved above expectation. That has been dropping over the last 3 seasons. He was always top 3 or 4. Then he became about top 15, and last year was about top 45. So to me, that is a bit of a concern for Vasilevskiy and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Also, the fact that Tampa is going to take a little step back, in my opinion, with the changes that they've had, especially on defense. So I say, Vasilevskiy, you're not in the top 5 goalies for me in the National Hockey League. You're not going to be in the top 50.
Yeah, I'm projecting forward here. And again, to Marty's point, there has been a little bit of a downward trend. Let me emphasize a little bit of a downward trend. The back surgery comes into play, trying to get back into form. But also that defense construction was revamped. There was a lot of different types of players in there. He has to read off of that. Down the stretch, Vasilevskiy found some really good form back in his game. And I do believe that he will find that form again. I can't argue that there's 4 or 5 goaltenders right now that look like they're better than Vasilevskiy, despite the fact that he's only 30. But he's in my top 50. I'm not betting against Vasilevskiy at this point in his career. That downward trend is going to have to be a little bit more severe. And I think the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to surprise some teams this year. Because I think with the return of Ryan McDonagh, the addition of Jake Guentzel, a familiarity with how the newer players want to play and how they need to play in Tampa Bay under John Cooper, I think it'll benefit Vasilevskiy.
There's clearly going to be a lot of debate this week. We're definitely not on the same page. TSN's Top 50 list continues Tuesday with names 40 through 31.